This kid went from flipping markers in his bedroom to crashing a $200,000 McLaren on stream to turning his own wedding into a live stream spectacle to getting arrested in Miami with drugs in his pocket. And now he's facing 7 years in prison if this case goes the wrong way. This isn't some cute YouTuber got arrested recap. This is the full speedrun of how Jack Doherty turned his whole brain into an algorithm puppet and how one court date might finally do what nothing could so far. Everyone's talking about the arrest. Jack Doherty, 22, multi-millionaire, Miami Beach, 3 in the morning. Cops say he's standing in the middle of the road, blocking traffic, filming a bit. They tell him to move. He doesn't. They search him. And that's where everything flips. They say they find an amphetamine pill and weed, drugs, resistance, felony charge. But here's the real story. This didn't start in Miami. Let's rewind and see how he got here. Before the mugshots in Miami, Jack is just a kid posting bottle flips and stunts. One video hits, then another, then another. Most teenagers get dopamine from friends and maybe a crush. Jack gets dopamine from hundreds of thousands of strangers and thousands of dollars. The algorithm basically grabs him by the neck and whispers, "Be louder, be crazier, be more of a problem, and I'll make you rich." And he listens. Every time he turns the dial up, more chaos, more pranks, more beef. YouTube throws him more people, no boss, no parent, no HR, just views good, views good, views good. Run that loop long enough, and reality stops feeling real. Eventually, his brand becomes one sentence. If people hate me, I'm winning. Neighbors pissed at the house, content. Cops at the door, content. Older people calling him a bad influence, free promo. He even ends up on those fix your life shows as the out of control influencer. For normal people, they would be embarrassed. But imagine, you're 19, you walk off TV with more followers, more clout, more money. That's not humiliation, that's a payout. The world keeps saying slow down. The algorithm keeps saying double it. Guess who wins? Then, the universe hands him the ultimate prop, a $200,000 McLaren. To normal people, that's I made it. To someone raised by the algorithm, that's new toy for views. It's October 2024, he's live streaming. Driving in the rain, phone in his hand, chat flying. He's not even paying attention, and he's driving a McLaren on wet roads. Then, obviously, the car slides, he hydroplanes, slams, and wrecks the McLaren. His cameraman is bleeding, needs stitches. The car is totaled. This is the kind of event that makes regular people change religions. For Jack, it's a thumbnail. I crashed my McLaren live. Millions of views, clips everywhere, another head of attention. He totals a McLaren on stream, and the numbers go up even more. Again, you see the pattern. Next side quest, romance. Jack flies to Vegas and marries OnlyFans creator on stream. Millions watching live. Well, normal vows are like, I love you, I'll protect you, blah, 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 whatever. Jack's vows, on the other hand, sound like a crypto scam contract. Jokes about taking her money, getting nothing if they split, owing millions if she cheats, being locked to him for like 200 years or something. There's a quick laugh, and then the mood shifts. People realize she didn't know those vows were coming. Her family is standing there, watching her be turned into content. Fast forward, she leaves, moves out the mansion, goes on podcasts, and calls the whole thing humiliating and controlling. The result? More headlines, more attention, more views. Exactly the outcome Jack wanted. All of that, the crash, the bans, the breakup, that was nothing compared to what happens in Miami. It's the middle of the Miami Beach entertainment district. Drunk tourists, clubs, traffic everywhere. According to police, Jack and his crew walk into the street and start blocking cars while they film. Officers tell him over and over, get to the sidewalk. That should have been the simplest instructions he ever got. But remember the brain we were dealing with. Cars honking, content. Cops talking, content. Warnings, free drama. He refuses to move. He's farming clips like always. In one clip, he even talks about duels and keeps looking at his phone like cops are NPCs in a video game. So reality does what the internet never could. It gives him a hard limit. They move in, they grab him, they cuff him, they search him. And the second they reach into his pocket, this stops being content and turns into a case. Here's what the cops say they found: half an orange amphetamine pill and a container with a few grams of weed. He's booked on 3 charges: possession of a controlled substance, possession of 20 grams or less of cannabis, resisting an officer without violence. Now here's the part everyone's clipping. Under Florida law, the max penalties are 5 years for the felony drug charge, 1 year for the weed, 1 year for the resistance. Stacked, that's 7 years behind bars. So put it together, 7 years over one night where he couldn't get out the road and turn the camera off. Most people would disappear, go offline, get lawyers, hide. Jack, he's already turning it into a bit, talking about jail like it's some boring hotel, joking about hogging the phone, treating the worst night of his life like it's a mild inconvenience on the way to the next upload. Because at this point, it's not that he doesn't take it seriously, it's that his brain literally doesn't know how, when everything in your life, crashes, breakups, arrests, has always turned into more views, more money, more attention. Why would you suddenly believe in actual consequences? Let me line this up so you can see the pattern clearly. Bottle flips in a bedroom, then algorithm notices, then act crazier, get richer, then neighbors, cops, TV calls. He posts all of it, then banned from platforms, then total McLaren live, cameraman bleeding, then Vegas wedding where the vows are a public humiliation ritual, then wife walks and scorches him in interviews, then finally, Miami Beach 3 a.m. standing in the road, refusing to move with drugs in his pocket and now facing 7 years on the books. That's not oops, my bad. That's what happens when the algorithm starts making your decisions. At some point, you're not using attention anymore. Attention is using you. Right now, he's out. He's not locked in a cell. He's probably scrolling his name like everyone else. But there's a calendar somewhere with his court date on it. There's a judge who's never watched a Jack Doherty stream. There are charges that don't care about clout, only maximum sentencing. From this point forward, Jack Doherty's life can only go 2 ways. Either he somehow skates this, beats the case, and comes back with "I cheated 7 years in prison" in the title of a stream, or this Miami arrest becomes the moment the stream finally stops and reality gets a turn.